Boom 97.5, 1029. Of course, you know it's your boy B High Radio. Shout in, stepping in the building. I got my big homie in this thing, Bone Crusher. What's good with it, boss?
Hey, I'm wonderful, High. How are you?
I mean, feeling good, feeling great, man. I mean, now, Bone, you just came off of a smash show where you and Storyteller were just killing stuff out here in these streets, man. Yep. Tell me a little bit about it, though.
You know, we got the show. Me and Story got the album, Our Love, featuring Musiq Soul Child, DC Young Fly. Ying Yang Twins, Gip. Who else is on the album? I'm trying to remember. Assertive Baptist, the Rizzo Brothers, CeeLo Green is on the album. It's a fun tradition of love and fantasticness there, B.I.
I mean, obviously, but I mean, how you gonna go from Musiq Soul Child, the DC Young Fly, to the Ying Yang Twins, to CeeLo Green? I mean, y'all all over the place with that album right there, man. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the album is all about being soulful and black.
Yeah.
So, whether it's DC Young Fly or Musiq Soul Child, we're all black and soulful, so the music is a depiction of outstandingness, so we try to keep the music as full of life and power and freshness as possible. So whenever we feel the energy, we never rush it, And I met DC at an interview I did with him, and I felt his energy. He had a great energy, a great person. It's a wonderful spirit, and he fit the mold of what we were doing. A lot of times television and social media depict you one way, but in reality, you're a totally different person. You know what I mean? So that's exactly why DC made the album. He's a good guy, man. Young fella, real smart, great rapper, intelligent, and it was just fun to work with him.
Now, speaking of that soul and that music, I mean, when you think about music, Bone Crusher, what's your favorite era in black music?
All eras, actually. But, I really like the 60s and 70s and the 80s. In the 90s, good music, good fun, when people did it for love more than money. And it just feels good when you listen to that music. That music is timeless. Anything from the 70s and 80s and the 90s is timeless. Everybody likes them. When it comes on in the club, whether you're 21 or 41, you jam into it instantly. So that's the greatest era that I like, is between the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. From Alexander O'Neal, Ashford Simpson, Bell Biv DeVoe, New Edition, all that, even from the rap side, from Cool G Rap to Nice and Smooth to Ghetto Mafia, Sade, and it just goes on and on.
Yeah. Now, I mean, this new Love album, though, Bone, how the hell do you go from being crunk as hell to talking about love on these records? I mean, what kind of transition was that for you, though?
When I did the crunk stuff, it was all a feeling. And what I felt at the time, I was broke, I was hurting, I had a lot of pain, a lot of anguish, a lot of things going on in my life, and that's where Never Scared came from. And I think that's why people feel it so much, because I did it off the feeling. I wasn't thinking about particularly trying to do something for somebody. I kind of did it for myself and what I felt. And that's where I'm at now in my life. My life is all about positivity and love. I got children that are grown and graduated from high school. And at some point, we have to grow up. Who wants to be a kid again? Do you remember being a kid? How free is that? As a grown up, I get to travel the world. I get to see different people. I get to become something more than regular. And my mother and my father and my grandfather and all of them are, my grandfather's passed, but they're very proud of me. I know he is, but and the thing about it is that as we get older, the opposite of hate and hurt and pain when we're a child is when we get older. When we experience true love, you have to express that feeling to people.
That's cool. Now, you got your own radio show though now, Bone.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about that. What was that transition like, going from being a rapper to radio jockey now?
Nabs.
Nabs
kind of got me thinking about radio. And he was like, Bone, man, I'm telling you, man, with your voice and your personality, you can do it. I sat down with Storytelling and I asked some other friends, Cotton and what should I do? And Cotton was like, man, you should have been doing radio. And I never thought about it like that. But since I've been doing it, Hurricane Dave has been very influential on what I've been, my transition from being just a straight artist to a radio personality. And it's beautiful, man. I love it. I love Boom. Boom is like the best thing ever happened to me almost.
Exactly.
Besides my kids, I love Boom. Real talk.
Now, when you ain't making music and on the radio, I mean, what are you getting into though, Bone?
Everything. Television, traveling, enjoying life, my kids, that's it. You know, I'm working out now. I'm trying to lose some of this fat off me. You know, not too much, because I ain't trying to get little.
Exactly.
You won't see me in no tight pants.
Break them off now, Bone.
Hey man, I mean that's always gonna happen. You know that part of me is never gonna go nowhere.
Exactly.
You won't see me in no tight pants. Never. I don't care what kind of weight I lose. We not wearing tight clothes. Not available.
Can definitely dig it with Bone.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming through this thing, boss. Be High Radio, shout it, Bone Crusher, Boom 97.5, man. Let go.